Today, I'm diving into the bargain bin of the fragrance world, Temu. You've seen the ads, you've seen the prices, but are that fragrances any good? The truth is, I spent less on this haul than pizza night at my house, so let's see if Temu got me some gems or if they put all my money down the drain. Now, Temu is known for crazy low prices on everything from gadgets to, well, apparently fragrances. And most of these came in under $10. Yep, you heard that right, $10. But the question is, can something this cheap actually smell good, or are we diving in nose first to a pool of regret? Starting with our most expensive fragrance, and this one was $24.98. This one's called Lonkoom, or Lonkoom, or you know, you get it. This one's a dark Allure eau de parfum. It's 100 ml, and this one is 3.4 ounces. Expiration date on this is 3/1/2029, and it was manufactured on 3/2/2024. So seems like it might have had some time to macerate. Now, the presentation on this thing is not bad. Now, in my hand, this bottle feels decently heavy, almost feels like a full-size bottle of Parfum de Marly, and you can just name any one of the male fragrances. That's what this one feels like. So nice heavy weight to it, gives it that premium feel. Listen to the cap. Premium feel on that cap too. For less than $25, that's not bad. Okay, nice distribution, nice atomizer. All right, Temu, y'all stepping it up, baby. That's not bad. Let's see if it does a Temu back bend. Oh. Okay. Listen, they have stepped it up. The water, it seems like, to be removed from this one, and it does smell good. Oh man, this is good. This is a lot of spice. A lot of spice right out of the gate on this one. Look, being honest, this is one of the best fragrances I've smelled from Temu, and also within this price point. Right out of the gate, I'm getting a lot of cinnamon within this one. I'm also getting what I feel to be leather, and there's hints of smoky as well. And then there's a little bit of booziness there that's creeping on in. What I'm getting from this fragrance so far, it feels like something that should be this upscale scent, like a guy who is wearing this one to work, who has everything figured out and he knows exactly what he's going to do. This fragrance does feel like it's probably better suited for the fall and winter more so than the spring and summer, but I'm digging it. As it dries down a little bit, I'm getting some sweetness, like some vanilla or something within this fragrance, and there's something about it that has this little fizzy nature to it, almost like a Coca-Cola. Overall, not a bad scent, and what I think is interesting about this is when I think of Lonkoom, I think of Lonkoom. You see what I'm saying there? It has the very similar name, but all in, dark Allure is very alluring. So far, Temu, we got a winner. The next fragrance on our list comes in at the price point of $19.25. So we'll see what this one's all about, but it has to really come with it because that first one showed that, well, if you spend a little bit more, your fragrances will smell a little bit better. All right, I forgot all about this. Okay, so this one is supposed to be from Dossier. I believe that's their name. I've never actually smelled them in person. They've reached out to me a few times trying to do some stuff, but I don't know. All right, so let's see what this is. It's marshmallow, neroli, bergamot, orange blossom, honeysuckle, jasmine, orris, amber, vanilla, and musk. I'm not sure if this is an official bottle of a Dossier fragrance or not. You guys tell me. It looks like if it is, it's probably from the reject pile. Listen, this fragrance is all messed up in terms of how it's cut. The label's slapped on there wrong, but I guess for $19, I guess, man, you can pick up some Lattafa fragrances for $19, I guess. If Lattafa can do it, why not you, Dossier? All right, it's called Floral Marshmallow. Let's see. All right, you see this. Eventually, I guess. All right. Ugh. Well, it doesn't want to spray. Doja, if you're watching this, hopefully this isn't yours. If it is, I'm highly disappointed. Ugh. This is terrible. This is terrible. Okay. Now we're back to your old ways here, team. We're back to your old ways. This one is not it, okay? When I smelled that last fragrance, it came off as something that was really, really nice, like a truly good fragrance. And now not a ton came out on this one here, so you see I sprayed it a bunch and still no Temu backbend, at least not yet, but it just doesn't hit. Like, it doesn't come off right. I'm getting slight hints of something marshmallow-esque, but it doesn't smell like a super enjoyable marshmallow. It smells like one of those ones that's been sitting in a bag for way too long after you opened it. Honestly, I'm trying to find something at least relatively decent to say about this fragrance, and I can't. So therefore, we're gonna move on because this ain't it. Now, this next fragrance pulls us in for under $10. Yes, under $10. And this one is $7.69. And this one's called Classic Style, Intense Desire and Glamour. It's intense desire and glamour. That's what it comes up with. So we'll see if the fragrance is intense. Does it make people desire you? And does it make me feel a little bit more glamorous? The bottle is extremely dusty and it has a lot of box residue on it. Now, what I will say, now that I grabbed this out of the box, it does look like Dolce & Gabbana type of fragrances in terms of their bottle, their presentation. It looks very similar to that. So maybe is what we'll get. It looks like a little darker though. So maybe we'll get something that smells like Intenso. Just haven't smelled that one in a long time. So let's see what we got here. So it's distribution far better than what we saw on the last one. Oh goodness. All right. Temu backbend, not happening. Okay. Good. That's good. That's good for us. Temu backbend is not happening. Oh, this smells good. This smells really good. I see. I get it. I get it. So it says classic, glamour, and desire and intent. So when I think about this one does have this old school vibe to it. And by that, I mean, this smells like something my grandfather would have worn. But it does smell a little bit more modern than that. There's a different take on this. There's a little hint of seduction and subtlety that pulls through for a classic type of scent. So when you think of like an aromatic scent that's there, it's masculine for sure. But there's undertones here that just make it a little bit more subtle and a little bit more seductive. What I will say though, it does come off as semi-fresh with a powdery tone here. And this brown nature here might throw you off. By the brown, you would think, at least I would think, it comes off as more aggressive. The name Intense will put it there. But it also, I think it would come off as a little bit more bold and in your face, but you're not getting that. This one's sexy-ish. It's fresh, has a powdery nature to it, and it kind of mixes the old school flair with a modern approach. So as I said, it's aromatic. It has a bit of maybe some geranium, some woods here as well. Not bad. For $7, man, you can get jiggy with this. For $7, if you're on a budget and you need something quick or to wear to the gym or something where you're not blowing your budget, that's a nice one, especially if you're new to the fragrance game. I can't complain on that one. Intense desire and glamour. So Eau de Parfum, allegedly. I dig it. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so our next fragrance is $4.60. $4.60. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Famous words of everyone right before things go wrong. All right, this one is called Warm Kiss. Now, I'm slightly nervous because I can't read what this box says. There's a bunch of stuff on here that I can't read. So hopefully I make it. Now, this is probably one of the more well-packaged fragrances that we had so far. And this one's said to expire on August 1st, 2029. So we got a lot of time. We got a lot of time. Let's see if I can open this thing up and get to it. Like, what do you think a warm kiss would smell like? If we were taking a Margiela approach here and this was replicating something, like what would a warm kiss smell like? All right, let's see what the back of this fragrance says. It says, product name in Chinese, Warm Kiss Pioneer Men's Perfume. Okay. Perfume has a rich fragrance which gives off a pleasant fragrance. Okay. All right. If you say so. Let's check it out. Now, if I'm being honest with you, my head's beginning to hurt just a bit. Just a bit. All right, so we got a little bit of particles on this one from the box. Not as bad as we saw on the last one, but it does feel good in hand. Cap clicks in. Hear that? All right, it's intentional. I could probably hold it up. Listen, there are fragrances that I pick up that are hundreds of dollars that I can't hold with the cap. I can't do this with it. It falls right apart. But for $4 and some change, they tend to get it right. I don't know. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. You get Temu back, Ben? Slightly. It's slightly, but not enough for me to say, oh, hold up. No, this is not bad, man. Temu must have watched the video and said, we're putting an end to all that water in the fragrance. We're really going to give you something. Okay, that's decent. But it fades really quickly, let me tell you that. As much as I just sprayed that, it should have been there present, live in the well, and standing up for attention. Okay. All right, so the problem here is that it's extremely faint. Which makes sense with the price point that it doesn't have a ton of projection, really a lot of alcohol within this. But in terms of the fragrance itself, there's potential. Like, there is potential. Like, I feel like there's this amber-esque feel. They're trying to make it to be a little bit more sensual, a little closer to the skin, so to speak, but it just doesn't have enough oomph or staying power behind it to make it impactful. Now, our last fragrance said it was a eau de parfum, and this one says it's a eau de perfume. So I'm gonna check the listing and see what this actually is. Now, someone's lying here. If you look at the Temu website, it says that this is an eau de toilette. If you look at the bottle, it says it's an eau de parfum. So someone's lying somewhere. At any rate, I'm gonna say that this one probably is neither, and it's probably along the lines of an EDC at best. Now, although this one doesn't live up to my expectations, or maybe it should for the $4.69 price tag or whatever it was, I don't believe that this is a fragrance that I would be like upset with someone wearing around me. Now, if it gives me a headache, or actually I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'm not sure which one of these fragrances are doing it, but I don't think I would be upset about it, okay? I wouldn't be putting my nose into someone to smell them if that was the case. But as of right now, I'm doing what I got to do for the gang, and that's what it says for me to do. So I got to spray it and smell it. Right now, it's coming a little bit more challenging for me. And with only 5 fragrances that we're talking about today, I feel like that's difficult. That's difficult to happen with only 4 or 5 scents. But nonetheless, Warm Kiss, I guess it's slightly warm, but right now I'm gonna kiss it goodbye. Drum roll, please. We have the cheapest fragrance on our list today, and this one is so cheap. I mean, like super cheap, folks. Let me tell you how cheap this one is. I can't find it. Like, I wrote it over here somewhere. How cheap is it? It's $1.58. Oh, $1.58. Let me tell you, I am putting my life at risk, okay? So this one's a little bit different because this one is a solid fragrance, which means it comes in like a little canister, and you rub all these unknown substances into your skin, and hopefully you don't die. All right, so this one is called Sua. I'm not sure. I can't even pronounce this. But a long thing short, it says to lure her. So you're gonna lure her in with your trap of freshness. I'm not sure how I open this. Oh, there we go. All right. So What I'll say is when I took this off, you could kind of smell it. It's not great, not horrible, but let's see what happens when I actually touch it and rub it in to see what works there. Okay, all right. Take a good little glob there, I'll rub it in. I don't foresee you. I don't foresee you luring any ladies in with this one here. No, I don't. It's not that it smells horrible. It's just there's almost nothing there. It's like a slightly scented Vaseline. Which again, nothing's wrong with, but if you wanted to lure her in, as it suggests, you can't do it that way because she's not going to smell you. You got to get it up close and personal. So we got two good fragrances out of this thing here. We got the first one, and it shows that you get what you pay for with Temu, and Allure by far was the best fragrance that we came across on our excursion today, and it's one that so far I would recommend. Like, obviously I gotta test it in the real world, but right now, this one's pretty dope. Yeah, still going strong. It's got like this plum aspect of it too. Allure, I'm not mad at it. Let me know if you've tried any Temu fragrances, and if you're new to this and want to check out more, then click here to see what happened when I picked up a bunch of cheap fake fragrances from Temu.